All right, got the door closed. Welcome to Garage 81. It's dark in here because lighting in front of my garage is horrible, while the lighting in the back of my garage is awesome. Okay, so I have the cabinet started. There is the face of it right there. It is long and narrow. We've got 30-inch cabinet that is 15 inches tall. And I got the face frame made, but it's not attached. It's loose. Sorry, I'm shaking around the camera and I'm paying attention to what I'm doing and not the camera. So, have the face frame loose right now. I am going to pocket hole it from the inside. I've pocket holed everything so far. This is like a pocket hole project today. And so what I've got to do right now is figure out, excuse me, I'm losing my voice because I was shouting earlier at somebody. So what I have to figure out right now is the door size. So, because I'm going to put two doors on here and it's going to fold open. So I have to figure out the door size. So, first of all, the door hinges have to be an inch in, and this is 1.5 inch molding. So the doors are going to be 1/2 inch larger than this opening right here. So the height of the opening is at 12 inches. I don't know how well you can see that, but it is really close to 12 inches right there. It's like maybe a 1/16 shy. And the entire width is 27 3/4. So we have two door frames that we have to make that are going to be in total 27 3/4 plus 1 inch, because it's 1/2 inch larger on both sides. And then the height is going to be 12 inches plus the 1 inch gap, the 1/2 inch above and 1/2 inch below. So our door frame has to be 13 inches there. The total here is then 28 3/4, but we're dividing into two doors, and there has to be a little bit of like 1/8 of an inch gap in there. So 1/8 inch minus 3/4 is 5/8. So we're just going to change that to 5/8 right away. And then we're going to divide this dimension in half. So 28, 14, and if you divide a fraction in half, you're just doubling the lower portion, the denominator. So it is 5/16. So 14 and 5/16 for here to here. And we don't have to be absolutely perfect there. We'll probably have a little bit more or a little bit less of a gap in there if we do that. That's fine. They'll both open up just as long as there's at least a little bit of a gap there. That's fine. And the height is going to be 13. So these are going to be relatively square doors, but we have to make stiles, and then we have to make rails. These are your stiles, and these are your rails. So these are obviously going to be shorter than these because we're going to take away from that. So the height we know is 13, so we need 4 links at 13 inches. Then we need to figure out what these are. So we are going to have to, we know that these are 1.5 inch pieces of lumber. So 1.5 inch, that's 3 inches. 3 inches minus 14 and 5/16 is 11 and 5/16. So now we know how many. So now we need 4 of them here and 4 of them here. And that's going to be our door frame. As soon as we put the door frame together, we're going to do it exactly like we did it here with a single pocket hole and some glue. And then once those are dry, then we have to make a little rabbet space so we can fit a 1/4 inch board in there. And I found a whole bunch of birch veneer instead of that Luan that I was thought I was going to use. So I think, oh no wait, that's Luan, that's flooring. I think I can get both doors out of this board right here. This is a fairly decent sized board right here. So I think I am going to use that one. But that one also has a knot in there. So what to do, what to do? Let's find out what our measurements are. So the insides now, they're all going to be, oh, let me turn that around here again. So the insides here, they're all going to be 1.5 inches shy all the way around, but it's also going to be 1/4 inch larger, so 1/2 inch larger altogether. So 11 5/16 plus 1/2, we're looking at about 11 3/4 right there, a little bit larger than 11 3/4. So 11 3/4, we'll just have to measure out about that. And then 13, that's the total, but we're going to go -3, so that's 10 plus 1/2, so 10.5. So really all I need out of this board is 2 pieces that are going to be 10.5 by 11 3/4. So we're going to miss that bow right there because that comes over here and that's way over there. So yeah, I can still get both pieces out of that right there. So that is going to be my door fronts for the panel. Put that aside right there. And then all I have to do is cut the stiles and rails for the door. And all of the basic structure for the cabinet is done. All I have to do is buy the hardware, and I got a cabinet. This all took maybe 2 hours to pump out a basic cabinet frame. And that's, you know, with just like little parts. I mean, if I had a full blown production facility, I could assemble a cabinet in less than an hour. So you know, this kind of stuff is real quick and easy to do. Also, I'm going to do the 3/16 roundovers on all the edges, which means I've got to make sure I do the roundovers before I cut the rabbets, just in case that bearing doesn't hit that level again. But all in all, it's looking like it's going to go by really fast. I should have this done by tomorrow, and then I have to lower the shelf and install it. And heck, I might actually go over and buy more material and just do this second time, because I probably will need it anyway, and it would look really cool to have 2 cabinet facing doors on the on my rack and make it look all professional and everything, just like I did with all the other stuff that I'm making. So cool. This is blowing by really fast. The more and more I get used to this, the quicker it goes. So and another thing is I'm going to have to buy more 1-inch pocket holes, because I just used all my 1-inch pocket holes doing all of this, and the back is pocket holed from the back side, so I've got to do that as well. Pocket hold all the way around, and then I pocket hold the back. But I have to remove the pocket holes from the back so I can attach the face frame. Get my screw gun up in there is kind of difficult. I could probably do it, probably be a little bit difficult though. Being 15 inches deep, I might still be able to, but I'm not gonna risk it. It may as well just, since it's not glued in the back, I'm just going to take it apart in the back and do that, and just have it done. But yeah, real quick box frame, real easy build. Literally 2 hours worth of work, and I have a really nice cabinet for tools. And do that twice, and my whole setup is going to look 10 times more organized and professional. Oh, and also I took the drawers that were in my shelving. I kind of move stuff around. Of course, I'm going to be messy while I try to organize. But I took all the drawers off and I put them back in their place. So that's empty right now. I emptied out one of the drawers and just got rid of a whole bunch of crap. That goes right back in there for a little while, and then I'll kind of reorganize this out a little bit, probably fill up that drawer with a little bit of stuff. I don't really want to fill up those drawers because this table is going to go away, and I'm going to redo that whole structure as well. And another thing is, that's good wood. The tabletop is really heavy duty. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. I really messed it up when I tried to expand on it, and it didn't work out very well. So, but the legs and the bottom and all of the stiles and rails that make up the drawers are all made out of, solid 100% beech wood. And that is like really heavy duty wood. So what I think I'm going to do is when I get ready to make that table, my cantilever workstation that's portable, I'm going to bust this thing down and I'm going to reuse the wood out of this this whole thing because it's really good wood and very, very sturdy, and I could really benefit from it. So, hey, if you got the opportunity to use reuse wood, reuse it because nowadays good wood is expensive, and you gotta cut corners where you can. And I'm gonna do plywood on the top for structural and straightness and stuff like that. But I'm gonna make sure that I have some good framework so that when the whole thing folds up and folds down, it'll just feel more sturdy instead of just using like 2x4s. I don't like using 2x4s, especially wet 2x4s, because that's got too much play. So anyway, everything's cooking by really good. I used my miter saw station for the first time today. Very pleased with that. I've been using my work table station, and I put my here, I'll change this around here, show you this. This is really interesting. I put my 2 foot by 4 foot table, my assembly table, on top of my work tool station, and secured that down, and it fits perfectly on there. So I used that to assemble the cabinet frame on there, and it just worked beautifully. So I've got a secondary use for that. Plus, that expands the surface area on the top. So that's going to look really good. But it is Easter today. I'm going to enjoy a little bit of time with my wife and make a little dinner and just kind of take a break and play some games and, just be a human being for a little while. And then tomorrow I'm just going to jump right back into this because I am super excited to have cabinets made. This is going to look so cool. I can't wait. I absolutely love this whole idea. So, yeah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, guys, Garage 81 out. Bye.